Thanks for stopping by Eat Sunday Supper. Today we're going to be making a lamb ragu with chanterelles. Let's get into the kitchen. First, we're going to start by making our pastata. We're going to peel and chop all of our vegetables. I'm going to put them in the food processor. Just doing a little honing of my blade. I know we're going to chop it all up in the food processor, but I like to practice my knife skills just to keep my self current and sharp. So I'm going to put some guanciale in the food processor. You can most definitely use pancetta if you don't have guanciale, but I'm going to go with guanciale this time. Just chop everything up. I break it up because I don't want it to be in the food processor super long and the paste to get kind of sticky. I'm looking for a nice paste and a cool temperature. So I'm just going to chop it up. I'm going to pop it in the food processor here. Move on to my onion. Quick peel off camera, bring it right back. And I'm just going to dice it up. Some people do the vertical cuts first. I like to do the horizontal. Different strokes. Chop it up. And then I'm going to put half of it in and keep half of it out. Now we're going to cook the pastata in the pan with a little olive oil. Some people don't use any oil. They say the guanciale or pancetta has enough fat, but we like our olive oil. So we put a little in. We got some pepperoncino in there I sprinkled in because I like a little bit of heat in my pasta. Now over a medium flame and a heavy pan, we're going to start to cook our pastata. That Lodge pan has definitely been through a few wars, but it's still functioning great. Just looks a little ugly as sin. All right, so we're going to keep cooking it away on a medium heat. We're just letting everything melt together. Let the flavors marry. Try to get those carrots to turn super soft and just dissolve into the sauce. Ideally, you won't see any of that once the sauce is finished. Like I said, I put half my onions in because what it does is it helps me know if I've cooked the pastata long enough. People always say, how long do you cook the pastata for? Well, I let it go a little bit, then I add the onions, and once the onions are cooked through and nice and tender, then I know I've cooked it enough. So just a little trick on how I like to make and build the layers of flavors. Now we're going to add a little red wine to the lamb. So you can't really see it too good, but I'm massaging in a third of the wine. For this sauce, I'm going to use about a cup of red wine. I like to massage wine into the meat because it keeps the pieces smaller when it cooks. You get a better coat on the pasta. You don't have big chunks. We're not eating like a sausage pasta. We're eating a ragu, so we want to have a nice, small, delicate pieces of lamb encapsulating the pasta. So now we added it to the pan. We're going to let it cook. Now John and I are talking about bay leaves. So he went out and grabbed some bay leaves from the tree for me and picked some fresh sage. These types of pastas for me are scream fall. Summer we eat a lot lighter. But these slow simmer sauces, for me, I enjoy actually doing them over live fire and cast iron. Slow and low. I like to sneak a little anchovy in, add a little umami. So don't mind me, but I just use my finger. Added it in. Now I'm doing a little seasoning, taste along the way. I'm gonna add a little demi-glace. Add some richness to the ragu. It's about 15-20 grams, about half a tablespoon. I'm going to deglaze with the rest of our red wine. And then we're going to take our can of tomatoes, going to crush it up. John's helping with a little stirring while I'm crushing the tomatoes. He needed to get in the game here, so he's like, let me stir. And I was like, sure, please. We have a lot of fun doing these things together, especially shaping the pasta. You'll see that in a second. Now I'm going to add the crushed tomatoes. I don't use passata for a sauce like this. I just use the rustic crush. I'm going to put it on a low burner. I did rinse my bowl. You're going to see me do it here with a little bit of water, a little slushing, as Lydia Bastianich says. And now we're going to move on to our pasta. I use semola, richiminata, a fine milled semolina flour, and I use some Caputo pasta fresca for fresh pasta and gnocchi. I do 2 parts semolina to 1 part of the pasta fresca. I'll put full instructions in the recipe. I've made this pasta 1,000 times, so we just kind of go. Warm water, just hot water out of the tap, or zap it in the microwave for a few seconds. Doesn't have to be boiling, but it helps it hydrate. This is a low hydration pasta, no eggs. Southern Italy, don't waste eggs on pasta regularly. We save it for other things. So cucina povera, poor people's cuisine, and it's just delicious, delicate, and al dente. Now we're going to finish it by hand. You could have done it all by hand. I've been doing this a long time, and I'm trying to keep the hands from getting carpal tunnel, so I use the machines as much as I can, and then you see I'm putting in some work here, trying to get into a nice smooth dough. I work it for about 4 or 5 minutes. And you see how I'm stretching it long to really build the gluten strands. And it should not be sticky at all. There we go. Shape it into a nice ball. I'm going to put it on the corner of the table. I'm going to cover it with a stainless steel bowl and leave it there for about an hour. Come back. Now the fun. I've been making pasta with John since he was probably 2, and this is one of our favorites. We have several machines to make cavatelli, but my favorite thing to do is to make cavatelli by hand with John. So we roll out our snakes, our little logs here, and it should be about pencil thin. We're a little thick there, but we'll work it out. Just trying to get him something to keep him occupied while I'm working away. And we just did a class with all of his classmates where we made these by hand, and the kids made 4 kilos of cavatelli, and we had cavatelli for days. Everybody ate tons of pasta at the school. It was a lot of fun. We had kids ages 3 to 8. It was pretty cool. Italian Heritage Month was one of our projects we did at the school. So here we are, we're shaping it, and the conversation's fun. I mean, we talk about, right now he's all about the 49ers since we're in season, and Brock Purdy. Is Brock Purdy ever going to come back and play? He'd love to meet Brock Purdy. I'm like, yeah, who wouldn't? And we're, just shaping away, talking about life. And I think for me, why eat Sunday supper is so important. It's just us doing things together and experiencing life together. Having a kid later in years and not rushing into it. You don't take for granted how much time you may or may not have together, and we try to make the most of it as a family and pass on the knowledge and pass on the passion for good food and good company. So here we are. We're still shaping. I lost my partner. I think he got bored. Oh, he's coming in for another one. All right. I'm out, Dad. Got to go play some basketball in the yard. And I'm going to finish it up. This is a great pasta. You can cook it and serve it with a lot of things, and you can easily make any kind of shape you want. And it's great for kids because, who cares if they're super consistent in the shape? Just boil it a little longer, and you'll have a nice pasta. I know my old boss would be giving me grief right now because I'm only using one hand. So Mark Benison, I don't want to hear nothing. Um, it's it's fun. It's for me. This is therapeutic, and I really enjoy it. It helps all the stress of life and everything melt away, and know you're doing something fun with the family. So we're almost done here. Now we're going to check on the sauce. It's simmering on a low burner. It's been going for about 90 minutes. You see it got some nice reduction. Everything's melting together. We're going to put our pasta, just toss it in a little flour so they don't stick, and then put it on a little sheet pan, do a little cleanup. We found some great chanterelles. Originally wasn't going to put chanterelles in this. I was just going to do just the lamb ragu, but my wife got her hands on some chanterelles, and you don't wash them. We got a nice brush. We brushed them clean, breaking them up into some pieces. I'm just trimming the bottoms, stems off that are a little tough. And then I like to just kind of peel them apart, not use a knife, break them into little pieces. If they're really thick, then I just help on the stem with a knife. You can see there I just hit it with the knife, and now I'm back to peeling it, doing the same thing there again. Kind of gives it more of an organic texture. Some are cooked a little more than others or under, so it just helps build layers of flavor and texture. And yeah, listen, it can be time consuming to cook, but it also is, you get a great respect for the farmers and everybody who raises the products. So now we're going to go ahead and start to cook our mushrooms. I did not put them in the ragu straight away. We want to saute them. We want to get a little color on them. So I got some butter in a pan, a little bit of oil. I got a lot of butter in a pan, but they're going to soak it up. And then we're just going to pan fry our mushrooms. I make a little move with the camera. Just patiently season those. It's my favorite kitchen spoon. And I put a little oregano in with them. Just gonna keep letting those caramelize. It had a little bit more pepper. A little toss. Salted our water because it's boiling. Never salt it until it's started boiling. Okay. I'm going to push these to the back burner. These are done. Now we're going to butta la pasta, cook our pasta. I'm just chopping up a little rough chop on some parsley before I get too far ahead here. Now we're going to take our Cavatelli and pop it in the water. And it's a quick cooked pasta. You don't have to cook it super long. About 3 to 5 minutes maximum. Just until they start to float up. I'm just pulling out the sage. Add a little bit of our starchy pasta water. And we don't cook the pasta completely through in the water. We're going to go about 80%, and then we're going to finish the rest of the way in the ragu, so we can get some more of the starch out of the pasta and have everything stick to the pasta. So we start to pop it in with the ragu, give it a little toss, see it's thickening up. We're going to toss in the mushrooms, get it all together. Now we're going to start plating up. Doesn't that look good? I'm hungry watching this video. We shot this a few weeks ago, so could go for some of that right now. Finish with a little oil, always. Nice Parmesan cheese. Parmesan Reggiano, little parsley, and bam, there it is. Here we are eating it. I'm not sure if John had pasta or bread with pasta. It wasn't pasta with bread, it was bread with pasta. Super happy. He's the red sauce guy for sure. So thanks for stopping by, Eat Sunday Supper. Check out the website for the full recipe and details.